Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the JL Industries part number RHD-KIT-L handle. This is a replacement exterior handle only for the JL Industries relatively new series of roof hatches called their diamond roof hatches. A significantly more robust handle, there's to be no doubt, over its 0502 handle that was used on other roof hatches. And this video is to primarily serve as visual and dimensional evidence of the item. We know what roof hatch this is from. If you have a diamond roof hatch and looking for the exterior handle, this is very likely it. What's included with this will be the handle, the sponge neoprene gasket, and then the 3 nylon lock nuts that will allow you to install that through the lid. Okay, let's take some basic dimensional properties now. The dimension of the key stock, or the spindle coming out of it, 0.313 by it's not perfectly square in all places, but 5/16, 0.313. An overall the spindle length, let's just butt it up against the sponge insert or the sponge gasket, about 3 and 7/16. Okay, so that's the length of that. This will permit you to, of course, padlock hasp this. The dimension from the inside of that staple to where the handle is, not a lot of room there, but you can count on 13/16. So be mindful when you are getting the padlock that you'll be able to actually place it inside of there should you be looking to padlock this. There is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page. Pardon me. There's a link below this video to the parts drawings. On page 2, it does show the interior half of the lock, and you can buy the entire assembly as well, but this video is only on the exterior handle. The point being is you can padlock it from the inside as well, so be mindful of that. If you're not padlocking it from the outside, if you have no access to the roof other than through this roof hatch, you probably won't be padlocking the exterior. But the provision is there for either side. An overall length of the handle, about 6.5 overall length. Okay. Overall height of the handle at the thinnest portion, about 3/4. Over at the larger portion, about 1 inch. Projection of the handle from the face of the lid, about 1 inch and 13/16 or so. Now that link to the parts drawing will show you all of the replacement parts for the Diamond Series roof hatch. This is part 2 on page 1, and also shown as, I'm sorry, it's part 1 on page 1. And with the other reference to that is part 4, which is the entire latch, which will give you all of part 1, all of part 2, all of part 3, well, the part 3 as well as the handle. As you scroll to page 2, let's just switch over to the camera view and take a look at this. Okay, when you get that document open, this is what we're talking about here. Okay, we're dealing with part 1, okay, the exterior handle. Part 1, that's your piece. Kit, roof hatch diamond kit, and then the subcomponent part, roof hatch L handle. Very common to buy replacement parts for roof hatches. Most manufacturers make it relatively easy to purchase replacement parts. There's at least one that refuses to participate because they want to sell only roof hatches, which is not a realistic perspective because this client wants a handle, doesn't want a roof hatch. There's no problem with the roof hatch and doesn't want to spend thousands of dollars to have a roofer supply and install a new roof hatch when all you need is a handle. So JL does a very good proactive job at making these part numbers available for you. You've got your hold open bracket, your lifting mechanism, your latch assembly, your handle, the hinges that would be in here, part number 8, And then number 6 is your gasketing. Okay, so we've just, well, also your lid. You can buy a replacement lid. We don't have any lids listed at all, but they can be ordered. A can of paint to match. Getting down to page 2 gives you more details of what's happening here. So this item that we're looking at, the RHD kit L handle, is just this portion and these 3 nuts. Okay, that's how that's going to install. And as you continue to scroll through the document, you will see exploded parts drawings of the additional pieces necessary. The inside latch assembly, that's going to be the portion that will mount to the sidewall that will allow you to padlock it to this piece here. When you buy the entire latch, you will get this little handle. That's no big deal. You would like to have a handle on the inside to help you control the unit. Hold open arm assembly here. Very common. Your gasketing here. See the note. Gasket will require cutting as installed. So what they're saying is they don't want you to run that in a continuous piece. I'm unfamiliar with this gasketing. I've not seen it yet. Here's your lifting mechanism. Very common question. How long is the spring? What's the spring rated for? None of that we have access to in terms of information. The point is when you have a roof hatch, you want to replace it with the identical material that the unit was engineered for. The weight of the lid, the size of the lid, everything needs to be as it was engineered originally. The mounting point of the bracket here, the length of the spring, the compression rate of the spring, the length of the tubes, all of that conspires to give you a complete unit. And then, of course, your hinges are down in here. Those are 2-piece. Actually, there's 3 pieces. There's 2 U-shaped pieces that nest inside of each other, and then there's a pin. Okay, that exhausts everything regarding this roof hatch part. There's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page, and from there you can get to the manufacturer's website, which is here, and they'll go over the Diamond series. Lots of submittal sheets. You know, it's nice. JL Industries went from having no published information up front to proactively providing it without being requested on the new series. So they've done a great job at making sure that we have the files necessary to support the product. Then down over here, flyer, catalog page. That replacement parts is right here. That same 8-page document is here. Installation and maintenance for the entire unit. Okay, that paint that you had seen earlier, that's going to be a reference to the color of the RHD. Okay, nice clean installation that they've got going here. Okay, let's wrap this video up. I gave you the weight of the material earlier. It's about 1.49 pound. And that link below this video to the manufacturer's page, again, will get you to the manufacturer's website. It will get you to the full product catalog. JL is involved in other things. They're owned by Activar Industries. Activar owns JL, Air Louver, Hiawatha, and 3 other companies that we don't get into. Construction-related products, but not under the umbrella or scope of what we deal with. JL is going to be able to help you with roof hatches, but they're very much known for fire extinguisher, fire safety hardware, cabinets, fire extinguishers. The name Hiawatha is a trim and auxiliary company. Think of kick plates, push and pull handles, door stops, things of that nature. Distinct different names. That name Hiawatha has been around for a very long time. There's also Air Louver. Air Louver is a confusing name given to a manufacturer who makes metal vision frames and louvers, metal louvers, for use in steel and wood doors. So when if you've got a piece of glass in the door and there's some sort of frame that holds it in, Air Louver manufactures that material or manufactures that type of material. I'm looking at some paperwork on my desk to see these company names. Also on that catalog page will be several catalogs, that manufacturer's page, to their full line catalog and other encyclopedic reference documents that we keep there for reference purposes, obviously. Access panels, I should have mentioned that. JL Industries does a full complimentary offering of access panels, in addition to fire safety equipment, and of course the roof hatch material. If you have any questions on the JL Industries, this is their part number, RHD-kit-L-handle, or any other JL Industries product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you very much.